Hey YouTube, Atheist Vape is checking in. Today, we're going to be talking about the Omega clone. Yeah, look at this thing, man. This is pretty interesting, huh? What do you think? Crazy looking drip tip. It comes with two drip tips, one normal drip tip, and one freakishly long, weird pen thing. I decided to start the video with this because I thought it was goofy as hell, and you know, why not? Let's vape on the straw. That's weird. Not gonna lie, kind of weird. Yeah, this is a pretty cool dripping atomizer. I really dig it. I like the size. You know, it's just a little bit smaller than the Chi-Yu, so you get a little bit of the overhang. I think it's a millimeter shy. Yeah, 22 millimeter RDA. I like the fact that it comes with a couple different drip tips, you know, that's kind of cool. I mean, I don't know, it's weird, but it doesn't look that bad. I don't know, a little less heat for those people that don't like, you know, maybe the juice popping on their lips or something. I put a dual coil build in this thing. I think it was coming in at 0.7, nothing special. I had a few issues putting this together, and I'll show you all that when we get up close with this thing. It was a little difficult, and you know, because of that, I don't know if I would necessarily recommend running out and buying this dripper. It looks really cool, there's some good features, and I'm going to explain all that, but there were some things that, you know, I feel like there are better drippers out there. Let's just say that. Let's see, I think you can get this thing for, you know, around 20 bucks. You know, if you want to go to Fast Tech, you can get it for like 6 bucks. So it does have like adjustable airflow. We got like 3 millimeter air holes, and again, I'll show you all this when we get up close, but just some stuff to know about it. It's all stainless steel. You know, it's a 510 connection. Yeah, you know, it's a pretty cool little RDA. I really like the look of it. I like the simplicity. I like this little Omega, you know, laser engraving here. So definitely some cool things about it, but when we get up close, I'll show you some of the difficulty I had. Yeah, I don't know. I say at least check it out, see if it's something you're interested in. I do like RDAs that have adjustable airflow. I do like the option to be able to go dual or single coil. So there are some good things. You know, the 3 millimeter air holes, that's a lot of airflow for you people. You know, I had to cut it off a little bit because it was just a little too intense for me. And you know, it looks really good on the Chi-Yu, it looks good on the Nemesis. I'll throw the other drip tip on there for you guys. You know, it's actually a pretty cool look. I dig this drip tip too. I mean, I prefer this one, honestly, but this thing's weird, so I thought I'd try it. But yeah, I mean, doesn't that look good together? I don't know. I think that's a nice fit. I'm rocking some, what is it, Berry Creamy from Notorious Liquids in this thing. Really good company. Highly recommend checking out my review on these guys. Yeah, it tastes delicious in this thing. Fire this up with the other drip tip. Ooh. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I definitely prefer the normal type drip tip. This one, you know, it felt good on the lips, but with the I don't know, with the RDAs, I like these bigger chimneys when you're taking an inhale. I don't know, it just works better for me. Fire this up again. I mean, it hits great, people. Fires up nice, but my main issue with it was just the build. So, enough talking about it. Let's just get up close and personal with this thing, and I'll explain what was going on.
We'll be right back.
Before I forget, I wanted to give a special shout out to my Twitter friend, Fallen Angel. She helped design my logo. Well, she did design my logo. She's sending me all kinds of e-juices to review, mods, atomizers. So cool. So I really appreciate those of you who are sending me stuff to review on loan. You know, talk to the people who have done it. I send that stuff back right after I'm done reviewing it. So really appreciate that. And I also want to give a special shout out to Crispy Divine. Central Mass Vapors is his YouTube channel. And you can find him on Twitter and YouTube. He designed my intro. I really am digging it, and I hope you all are too. So thank you all again. Let's get up close and personal.
All right, here we are with our up close and personal shot of the Omega RDA. As you can see, folks, not much different than any other RDA. Really simplistic, just a few minor parts. We got our shield here. So the 22 millimeter diameter. I think it was really 21.8, but you know, basically 22. This one's just under, so you know the sleeve fits over. Sorry about that. So the sleeve fits over. Boom. We got adjustable airflow. The air holes here are 3 millimeters. There we go. Coming in at 3 millimeters, and again you can adjust. So the outer holes, there's 3 on the shield. So if you wanted to do a single coil build, you would just, you know, turn the one of these on there and have it so it's not so basically cockeyed like that. So the other ones are off to the side, not being used. I noticed when I had it all the way open with the dual coil build, it was a little too much airflow for me, but you know, I know there's a lot of people out there that would be perfect for them. So again, it comes with this extra drip tip here. You know, maybe people will dig this. It was fun to try. I prefer this one. So I like this. It's one of the, you know, drip tips, so you can actually pour in there. It has a funnel down system. So yeah, I actually prefer these kind. So anyway, it's a neat little novelty thing to add to it, but I don't know. I guess, you know, maybe it's for somebody out there, just not for me. All right, and then the last piece here, our base, obviously. We got our, let's see if we can get our focus in. All right, so we got a serial number here. We've got a non-adjustable 510, which seems to be pretty much the case with all the drippers I've reviewed. It was a little difficult to get my MVP to detect this, I noticed, so I get my resistance. I really need to get my ohm reader, like really quickly. So anyway, that was kind of a pain in the ass to get that to come in and read. At first when I saw the deep channels here, I thought that would be kind of a good thing. And I thought it was kind of interesting where the air holes are. I actually like that they're beneath the coil. You see that? Like they're kind of right next to it and go almost beneath it, so the airflow kind of rushes up under there. I like that feature. Not a lot of the RDAs I've checked out, usually the air holes are above the coils, so I kind of like that. I think that's a good idea. But with that comes this really deep channel. Now that would be a good thing if, you know, I thought it would be, you know, because it's going to hold your cotton in there well. You know, you can put a lot of juice in there and not worry about it spilling on you, dripping out or anything, but it made it really, really difficult to get the coils in there. I mean, and I'm only using 28 gauge wire, so that's nothing that's very big. I mean, it's really, really tiny wire. And so it's not like these holes were bad. I'll try to get it to autofocus here. So the holes there were actually pretty big, as you can tell, but all of them are below this shield or this lip here. And they're below it by, you know, it doesn't look like a lot, but it's actually pretty significant when you're feeding wire through there. So I was constantly using my tweezers to feed it through. I'd have to grab it and kind of pull it up and pull it up. And then, as it's going through, the other wire was wanting to go down at an angle. See if we can get to focus. So the middle wire was kind of going down into the post. It wasn't coming out the other side. And I almost gave up on it and just built the coils, you know, on top here and just screwed them down. And, you know, if you're having difficulty like I did and it starts getting real frustrating, I would recommend just doing it that way. I think if I was going to rebuild this, I would just throw them on top, you know, just to make it an easier build. And then for your cotton, now a lot of you know I use a ton of cotton, more than most people, especially in a dripper, but honestly I just don't like to have to keep re-dripping all the time. So I know that kind of defeats the purpose, so you can cycle through different flavors, but I generally like to vape on the same thing for a few hours, so it's not a big deal to me. So it was kind of, you know, you still get a good amount of cotton in there, but not as much as I would have liked. And then, you know, you got to make sure that you kind of push it down so you can get your airflow to come through. So anyway, some things to keep in mind. It's not like it's the hardest thing to build in the world, but it wasn't necessarily the easiest build in the world either. So just some things to keep in mind. I think it has really, you know, everything looks real nice in here. The screws are stainless. I really like the look of it. You know, it is a little bit of a, you know, fingerprint attractor, but that's okay. So anyway, that is our up close and personal look at the Omega RDA. Let's get back up in my face. And that was our up close and personal look at the Omega RDA. So, you know, a couple issues. Overall, I think it looks really cool. I think it vapes really nice. You know, it's a nice warm vape, tastes great. I like the deep channel, but it's also a detriment, like I explained. So
I don't know, there's some pros and some cons, people. Pros and cons. So, like everything in life, there's a trade-off. If this is going to be your first dripper, I would recommend passing on it. I think you should go for an easier build. Look at the Still Air, look at the Spirit dripper, something along those lines. But, you know, if you're already used to RDAs and you're used to having to fit in tight spaces, you know, pick it up. It's a cool little dripper. It looks really, really sexy on this mod. Again, I really dig the simplicity in it. I like this just simple Omega engraving. It's not covered in a bunch of logos and shit, which isn't always bad if they look cool, but, you know, I think it flows perfect with the simplicity in this mod. I think it just looks good together. So, you know, I think it's got nice airflow, and I think, you know, people who are into really good airflow and that, you know, the 3mm holes, that's going to be perfect for you, and it's adjustable. So there are some really good things about it. And again, you can find this, you know, on eBay, or any vendor really is carrying the Omega basically. And, you know, if you go that route, you're probably going to pay closer to $20. If you go on Fast Tech, I think they've got it for like $6 or $9. So, you know, you can get it cheaper if you want. Yeah, I don't know. I say at least check it out. I say if you're a new dripper, don't get it. But if you already are used to doing builds and things like that, why not pick it up? It's a pretty cool looking piece, people. I am rocking some Notorious Liquids Afternoon Delight. I freaking love this stuff. My bottle is like more than halfway gone. I've been vaping through this too fast. Already put in an order for another 30 mil. And speaking of which, we've got a 30 mil bottle of e-juice giveaway from Notorious Liquids, donated by Notorious Liquids. And basically we hit over 200 subscribers. So I'm going to do a giveaway for a 30 mil bottle of e-juice. I'm going to do it on Sunday, May 11th, and basically all you have to do is, you know, be a subscriber, for one. 2, go to my Facebook page and comment under the 200 subscriber giveaway, so I know you even want to enter for the contest. And 3, you gotta like Notorious Liquid's Facebook page. So there is one extra step to be entered into the contest, but you know, they're a great company. I really think you should check them out, and you're really gonna dig their e-juice. It's one of my favorite right now. You know, Lucky Ruckus and Notorious Liquids are like hand in hand for me right now. So, really digging what they're producing. Yeah, so that's it for today, folks. You know, up on the roster, I'm going to be doing a review of Carpe Diem Vapors. I got a Hades mod that I'm going to be reviewing. Got some other stuff coming up. So, you know, keep on watching. You know, make sure to be subscribed, like my channel. And peace and love, YouTube. I'm out.